The clock strikes 12, I step into the haze. Whispers call me from 1,000 graves. Shadows dance in corners out of sight. I chase the unknown deep into the night. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. A flicker, a chill, a shadowed hand. The unseen lingers where I stand. Through creaking doors and empty halls, I hear the echoes of forgotten calls. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. And the unknown. Eyes that watch from a place unreal, a touch so cold it makes you feel that near but hidden, veiled in shade. I walk with ghosts I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Campfire Chats with Eric and Guest. I'm your host, E.D. Testerman. Man, how's everybody doing on this gloomy, rainy, cloudy, chilly, just a drainer of a day? How's everybody doing? I haven't had a whole lot here going on, but I'm anxious to see what everybody else has got going on. So if you got something, please let's share it. So with that, excuse me, with that
It's showtime.
I want to know: has anybody had anything interesting that happens to this blah 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 that has happened to them? Hate it when it goes out and doesn't take me with. It's I've not had a repeat of the episode of last week. Not that I've caught anyways, unless this happened when I wasn't out there. I've been kind of busy with other stuff and could have missed it, and I just don't know. So I'm still trying to tongue-tied. Yeah, I was. It's man, I don't know. It's a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now. It's had me Yeah, Marcy, I was. Yeah, and the hillbilly and English kind of tangled together and got me tongue tied. But for my iHenYar readers, check your email. I got one of the sci-fi romance short stories done, emailed out to you guys. I'm almost done with chapter 15 on Reign of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon. Hey, hillbilly. So I'm hoping to have that finished soon, and I have that chapter emailed out to you. Um, it was been fun trying to write today when I've got 3 cats on my desk and 2 of them keep running back and forth. Nothing going on there either. Yeah, I've been kind of wondering if they've been hunkered down or something, but finally figured out what happened to the money I've been waiting on and got that fixed. I went down and done a little shopping. Had to get some go-go juice and a couple other things too. Come on, man, get unwrapped. There we go. But no, do you, Marcy? Yeah, they've been up my butt all day. I woke up this morning. I had 4 cats laying on top of me and 2 dogs. Oh, I don't go to Walmart. Let's see. We went to the gathering place called Walmart, made it out without the cops being called. Yeah, it's a heater core in my truck leak. Oh no, Kyle, that sucks, man. Yeah, me too. Yeah, so my monthly YouTube payment was supposed to came out yesterday, and it did, but it didn't go directly in my PayPal, and I finally figured it out today where it went. So I was able to get that over there, get some go-go juice in the car, and get a couple things I need and a little bit of food, and spent it all. So, but I got some food in the fridge and some go-go juice so I can go to work. Yeah, you got it. So yeah, I had to go to the doctor yesterday. I'm dealing with the pinched nerve, and they're going to do some more stuff to see if I can get that emblazoned on my back, lower back again, and get some other stuff set up. Plus, they done a test to see what kind of meds that my body accepts. Um, it's but yeah, I got it. Well, I didn't see anything for today. Well, I haven't been on it a little while since I got it fixed from the YouTube. But yeah, I got it, AO or Amy. Got a little gray mackerel tabby. Said, yeah, yeah. Aurora, she was up on my neck. Mozart was down on my waist. Blackie and other Blackie was sitting there on my chest. They're all 4 laying together from my neck all the way down to my waist, and I was just like, I can't move. Then I had a dog. I had Snow underneath the covers laying up next to me, Boar at my feet. So I guess I was as snug as a bug in a rug. Yeah, I wasn't moving nowhere, and I wasn't cold. That's for sure. But and then I came in here, done some little writing earlier, got that YouTube thing he figured out, and then went shopping. And of course, Aurora here and Mozart and Blackie were in here, and they were just crawling all over the place. And I'm trying to write, trying to get them off my keyboard, trying to get some other stuff done. And I was like, man, yeah, they're probably true, Roxanne. They're always hungry. It don't matter how much you feed them, they're always hungry. You think they go starving the way they act most of the time. And then they'll go and leave some food in there, and I go to pick it up, and they come running at it like they're starving again. It's like, this food's been out here. I'm trying to save it, keep the dogs from eating it, and you guys are acting like you're just getting fed again. The gray tabby I had called Cosmo used to always ride around on my shoulder. He was off. Yeah, this is Aurora. This is where she likes to be. If she ain't here, she's on my copy machine. Oh, they do, hillbilly. Yeah, they do. But I've got 2 cats that are missing. One of them, my older one, baby kitty. You guys have seen her. She's another one of my cats that's usually sitting up here, the long-haired one. Haven't seen her in a little while, and What the hell is that sound? It sounded like Aurora when she says hello, but Aurora's on my shoulder. Yeah, little fuzzies. Yeah, it's but her and Fluffy Butt are missing. They've been missing for about a week, but I know Baby Kitty was old, and I don't know if the coyotes got her or she just found a warm place to stay up. I don't know, but she's a little overdue. She's usually not gone more than 4 days. So, well, Rory here, I mean, you guys have heard it. She says hello and hi. And I could have swore I just heard her outside saying hello. And I'm like, this is weird because she's on my shoulder. You just rescued little Alice. She was on her way to the vets to, be put down. We saved her just in time. We were doing, oh, wow. Going to give her an awesome life. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome, Hillbilly. I don't have any cats, but I do have 3 dogs: an English Bulldog, American Dingo, and you have a Chihuahua. I might have to spell it. You got a little Napoleon dog. Yeah, I was looking at just getting around behind you or signs of something. They're there with you. Yeah, it's they're usually floating around here, Griff. It's usually the elementals, sometimes something else. My cat, Miss Kitty, is sleeping on the corner of my bed. Oh, yeah. My sister-in-law's texting me for Thanksgiving. Sorry. Trying to get Thanksgiving stuff set up, and I got to pick up my sister-in-law's parents because they live down the road from me. We got a cougar in my neighborhood, been spotted twice. Yeah, we got cougars around here too. Yeah. They've been known to attack our animals from time to time. They've gotten some of my neighbors. They've stalked me a time or two. Little mom loves it. I have my claws on she Duke, her kitty back scratch. Oh yeah. Go outside, check, see if it's your cat. My cat's right here. The one that talks and says hello and hi is literally this one right here. And it sounded like her. I was like, that's weird. She's on my shoulder. Why does she sound like she's outside saying hello? Yeah. You feel talkative today? No, you're happy and content right where you're at. But yeah. And it's that time of year that mimicking thing comes back. So I'm wondering if it's that. But I mean, it's light out. I've never had it do it in the light. I know it's getting dark, but I think she watches Snow and learned from him. Probably. I put acrylic nails on her the other day. Yeah, it did pretty good. So there you go. Yeah, that's right. You got them Francis Kruger claws going on with your chomper monsters. And I shop at Kroger's here to get have a small family-owned grocery. I've heard a lot about Kroger's. If I remember right, I think they had a Kroger's in Georgia and Alabama when I was stationed down there. No, it was a Piggly Wiggly. I'm sorry, I went to the Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, no kidding, Jonaside. I just bought some kosher salt and pepper today. I need to get some real sea salt. Monday, I'm making a butterscotch. Oh, that sounds so good. It was butterscotch pudding mixed with whipping cream. Oh, I love butterscotch. Yeah. Caramel's my favorite, but I do like butterscotch. What, Mozart? Now you're going to get up here and start your talking, so I know that wasn't you outside either. Yeah, seen those little rubber tabs y'all call and put on. Yeah. Oh man. No, Kroger in Missouri since I was in the 20s. Kroger sounds familiar. I just don't know where one's at close to me. If you want to get quality meat close to where I'm at, you go to um, I just forgot the name of it. Harder House. We just got a new Mexican grocery store here. It's awesome. Dude, there's a Chinese grocery store off of St. Louis Street that's pretty daggone good too. Yeah, I don't know if we got a Kroger's close to me, but I've heard of Kroger's before. I know when I was in Georgia, Alabama, we hit the Piggly Wiggly. Kroger, Safeway consumers, among a couple more that are here aren't here anymore. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, Harder House for us is about the closest place to get better quality meat than you can get anywhere else. And pay a little bit for it, but it's grass fed and stuff like that. It's a good meat. I say I can't do Walmart. I knew Sam Walton personally. I used to snag sucker fish with him. I used to help him and Mike feed and water cattle and hay. I used to hang out with Sam Walton often back before I knew he was the Sam Walton. And what he stood for and what the corporates turned that place into, I don't shop at Walmart. Okay, I used to live by Safeway back up in the town I was from in Brookshire Brothers. Oh, yeah. You're 4 miles from a Kroger? Yeah, the closest grocery store I got is 12 miles. So I kind of make it a trip when I got to go to town. Don't walk across my keyboard there, Mozart. You and Blackie's been doing that all day. Well, you have. You've been making it a pain in the butt to write. No, it's not a toy. I don't want that lost. I need that. What kind of noise was that, baby girl? You okay? You getting a cold? But the cat, the one you are missing, maybe that she is one of you are missing. You might be hearing outside. No, that was literally her meow. Sounded just like her. Baby Kitty has a completely different sound to her, just like all the other cats do. That was 100% her sound. And I'm kind of looking out the window and I'm not seeing nothing. Yeah. Well, genocide and plus what I seen when I was in the military dealt with is another reason why too. I go almost every day. It's just I can't do it. Reminder, Nightmare Hunter. Yes. That's why I kind of started a little bit early, so give you guys a chance to finish where I can finish this up and you can hop over to his show. Hey, your claws. Yeah, well, I'm not your scratching post, and then I've got you, so you're not going to fall. You don't need your claws dug into me. Well, I don't care what you think. You don't have to, honey. Things I deal with every day. But, if you guys haven't seen it on Bigfoot, Wild Man, and Buggers, earlier this week, the show I was a guest appearance on has been released. It's on my Facebook. I got it. But if you go on YouTube and look up Bigfoot, Wild Man, and Buggers, you'll see the episode that I'm on there. I'm going to bring Marianne and Jen on my show one time here soon, and they're wanting me to come back on. So if you guys haven't had a chance to see that show, go check it out. It was pretty fun. It's only about an hour. Yeah, we got a Dollar Tree and Dollar Generals around here too. I shop at them from time to time, but That's usually if I just need something quick, fast, and hurry at a cheap price, because their stuff usually don't last. No worries, Michelle. You're good. Well, you can quit your complaining all you want. I'm live, honey, so I'm going to be moving around. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's being a little fussy butt. So, but yeah, I did. A brother of mine came up here to hunt this morning, and he kept seeing shapes moving because he was out here just before the start of daylight, and he kept seeing shapes moving in the woods. But we don't know if that was fog related or the fact it was starting to get daylight. So, I don't know, because I've told him about stuff like that incident where I'm pretty convinced it was Bigfoot I seen running through my woods a few days before I got that thermal hit in the same area I got that thermal hit. But because I could not, 100% say, yeah, that was a Bigfoot, just because the height, the way it looked, how fast it was moving, I'm pretty convinced it was. He thought, he was seeing stuff too. And he thought he saw one out in my woods this morning. And no worries, Marcy, you're good. Then he goes, "Oh, end up being a bush." I said, "Yeah, that pareidola will get you." I said, I've kind of showed that on my show before, the pareidola stuff. It happens. And, but yeah, there is some stuff going on. Yeah, no, I haven't heard from him today. Of course, I slept in, and ever since I got up, I've been busier than a hiccup. But in that same place that I've seen that figure and I got that thermal hit is where I get a lot of Bigfoot activity out here. And, but I can't honestly say it was, because I didn't get I got a good look at it, but not good enough. It was running too fast. But judging by the height, the shape, and how fast it was moving, I was pretty convinced it was. But I'm not one of those that's going to tell you, say, yeah, that was a Bigfoot, because I don't know. It could have been a shadow person. It could have been something else. It wasn't human, I can tell you that. Not as human as we think it is us. Now, it could be a human as what we talk about with Bigfoot, just not human like we're talking about us. I know that. Way too fast, way too big. It wasn't. So I'm not one of them guys that's going to tell you I saw Bigfoot because I saw that and I'm pretty convinced. I'm just not going to do it. So that's why I'm saying I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. But, he's been seeing a lot of stuff. And, last year's when he found that print in my woods, because before then he was like, man, I think they did exist. But he goes, I don't think they exist anymore. Now he's going around saying, I think there's something out there. I was like, yeah. I remember you and Steve talking about it last night. Prayers and hugs sent to you. Talking about what? I'm trying to remember. We talked about a lot of stuff on William's show last night. Okay. Yeah, I hope you get to feeling better soon, Marcy. I know how it is. You guys may not have seen it, but I had my arm up here for a reason last night, and you guys couldn't see it, but I had a lidocaine patch across my back of my shoulder. I finally got a pop or released some of the pressure, so that pinched nerve ain't near as bad. But I'm still having some issues with it, just not to the level. I've got to release a little bit off that nerve. That's why I had my arm up here last night doing what I was doing, is because I was trying to get it to pop and try to release some of that pressure. And towards the end of the show, I finally got a little bit of that pressure released off there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them because they don't stay on, but I'll use them when I can. Yeah, it's like I got them for my lower back, and I've had them for a long time. I just have an issue with them staying on. Yeah, that's all right, Ray. I mean, you can always go back and on Williams' channel and take a look at it, buddy. You've been doing a lot of moving and stuff like that, so I figured you was either tired or moving. Oh, did you, Amy? Yeah. Oh my God, it was like instant relief from that thing popped. I was like, oh God. But yeah, that's why I was doing that last night. It's because that pinched nerve was aggravating the crap out of me. Yeah. Yeah, I'd try not to sleep with a patch on. Yeah, I accidentally did last night, but it came off during my sleep. I got to the point I was so tired last night, I passed out, man. I was done. Meow, meow. You over there doing your trash talking? Yeah. Well, why you trash talking? Took last load this morning. Well, that's good, Ray. Now you got the unfortunate task of unpacking and putting stuff up. I mean, I hate moving because you got to pack everything up. You got to haul it, then you got to unpack it. Yeah, it sucks, don't it, Marcy? Why? You quit your trash talking. Well, get off my keyboard, honey. Oh, I was my happy place yesterday. Independent rest. Oh, had a blast. Got home about 1. Slept in the morning. It's, are you? I was trying to determine: are you a wrestler, or are you just like a guard, or do you just go to them all the time? Oh God, Ray, yeah, that sucks. Hey, Larry, how's it going, buddy? I got your friend request on Facebook, and I was trying to determine if you was an independent wrestler or just go to the events or a security or a bodyguard or what it was. Oh, just a fan? Okay. Yeah, I love watching wrestling. I've been watching some clips off and on WWE and WCW stuff today while I was over here trying to write. And because I'd get a brain fart on how I want that storyline to go. So I just kind of take my mind off of it and look over. And yeah, I like wrestling. I don't watch it hardly at all anymore. I'm just too busy to sit down for 3 hours and watch a show. You know, but every now and then I'll get a hankering and I'll watch one show or part of a show. I liked it better during the Attitude Era. But I get tired of the same storyline that goes on for 3 or 4 years and it's nonstop. It's just like it gets boring to me. But I helped clean up after, made friends with a lot of the guys and gals. That's cool. I mean, that's cool, Jonaside. I used to know an old time wrestler. Used to wrestle with Jerry the King Lawler. He was their version of the Honky Tonk Man. I used to watch WWE when Undertaker was there. Yeah, I miss that. I miss Undertaker and Junkyard Dog and Andre the Giant and Ultimate Warrior. My two favorite ones was the Ultimate Warrior and Junkyard Dog, and Undertaker. Independent's more fun. It probably is. Hey, Jessica. So, yeah, I haven't watched an independent in a long time. But every now and then I'll watch Shotzi and them do their little paranormal investigation. It's not bad to watch. So I've got a couple investigations coming up. I haven't been able to get over there and get the paperwork for the waiver for the cemetery that I'm going to, and all my friends with former I like AEW World Championship Swerve Strickland. Oh, Swerve. Swerve's pretty good. I like Swerve. So I know I wish I was famous where I can get some of them on my show sometime and hear some of their stuff they've seen and noticed while during their travels. You know, some of them's got some stories. I mean, when I was knee high to a grasshopper's ass, they used to WWF used to wrestle in St. Joe all the time. Oh, you're going to meet Shotzi in 2 weeks? Hey, Scott, dude, I would love to get Shotzi and them on my show sometime to talk about their investigations. But you know, they used to wrestle at the mosque up there in St. Joe a lot back in the 80s when I was a kid. And I remember one time we stopped by there, and Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog, and Andre the Giant was sitting out back, you know, smoking a cigarette and talking. I guess they just had a match. And Eric, where is reading from? What do you mean on that, Amy? Where is Eric reading from? I'm not reading from nothing. I'm reading from the side here. I forgot there are two separate streams. Oh yeah. But yeah, I remember meeting them in the parking lot out back behind the mosque in St. Joe, and there was Bigfoot out there and some other monster trucks and stuff like that. And I remember Andre the Giant grabbed me by the shoulders and lifted me up. I mean, I was little. I thought I was going up the height of a daggone skyscraper with that dude, and he looks me in the eyes and was talking to me, and hell, I was scared crapless. You know, I was like, oh my God, this dude's going to eat me. I'm going to be eaten by a giant, you know. But it was fun. I mean, it was fun. We had a good time. Andre the Giant loved kids, and he loved messing with them. I mean, that dude was down to earth. He was really, really cool. Hulk Hogan was cool. All of them were cool to meet when I was out there. And but I remember because you know, one thing Andre the Giant said to me when he had me up like this is, "What'd you say, boy?" I about peed my pants. It was fun, man. I got to ride around on his shoulder, and they kind of walked around and talked with. It was fun times back then, you know. You met Jesse the Ventura, Jesse the Body Ventura. Yep, he was a good one too. He was a good one. But you know, and I met a lot of them in my 4th tour in Iraq. And you know, it's Chris Jericho was there, Farouk was there. Hey, Roger, I met him too. Eric, Andre the Giant, yeah, yeah, the Bulldogs and Junkyard Dog, Jake Snake Robertson, yeah, they're cool. I mean, they were cool. But the last time I was in Iraq, John Cena, Farouk, JBL, Chris Jericho, Mickey James, and several others that came there. And I was leaving the chow hall when they came into the chow hall. Well, some of them were still getting off the bus. And all of a sudden, Mickey James hops off the bus. And I looked at her, I said, "I know you." And she goes, "I want to know you," and gave me a hug and grabbed my head and put her in her tatas and shook around. And I was just like, "Milk? I want milk." I mean, it was a good time. I think I met most of the AEW roster. Yeah, I mean, AEW is a good one. It goes through spurts, but it's good. Yeah, I have, Griff. I got to ride around on the shoulders of Andre the Giant. He was just, I mean, he scared the crap out of me at first, but it was fun, man. Because after it was done, he just kind of laughed and he just goes, bloop, sticks me up on his shoulders, and he kind of held me like this. I mean, I was hanging on for dear life, and hell, I thought I was the tallest person in the world, man. I was like, I'm a little giant now. I'm literally looking down on my parents, you know. Oh, it was so fun. I mean, that's memories that, you know, very few people get to experience, you know. Did you look up the Beast of Sugar Flats yet? Oh, I forgot about that, Marcy. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. I got to remember to look that up. I got busy and completely forgot to. Um, hey, Bounty. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, it's stuff like that. When you're a kid and you experience, I mean, you get to see people that you watch on television every single day, and you get to meet them in real life, and they're like really cool. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that was just awesome. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was a summer night. We were just it was my little baby brother's dad, my mom, me, and my little baby brother. And of course, my little baby brother was just a baby back then. And we just walked. They were back there, so we walked up, and my little baby brother's dad goes, "Hey, it's nice to meet you guys. My kids want to say hi." And they're like, "Yeah, come on over." So we came over there, and it was just funny as hell because Andre the Giant picked me up by my shoulders and lifted me up. What'd you say? I become friends with Brett. Brett hit me in Hart, which I liked him. Hart's niece, her boyfriend is a wrestler. Oh, no kidding. They had the beast head in a big old jar in the antique store. I saw it and I couldn't really tell what it was. Yeah, I need to look that up. Yesterday was a very, very, very busy day for me. And today wasn't much different and wasn't as busy, but I was pretty daggone busy today, too. They say it was Bigfoot. It could be. I remember I watched something the other day, but I only had a chance to kind of semi pay attention to it. I had a similar experience, Eric. My uncle was 6'10" to 7 foot. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was cool. I've met so many famous people in my life. I really have. I've been very, very fortunate and blessed. I've met a lot of famous people. And I mean, I've got some amazing stories of the people I met. One of the happiest moments of my life, well, one of the greatest moments of my life, I was in KC airport in Kansas City, and I'm leaving to go to boot camp. It's August 15th, 1999. I'm up there in KC airport getting ready to get on the plane to go to California to go to boot camp. And lo and behold, right there was George Foreman. And I still have his autographs. They're in the autographs are in my Bible. And his frying pan hand sized hands reached out and says, "I want to shake your hands. I love our Marines." He goes, "Thank you guys for everything you do." And without even hesitation, he had a notepad which got his face on it and says George Foreman. And he gave us autographs, each of the four of us autographs. And he said, "This is yours. Keep this tight." He goes, "Anything for my Marines, I'm want to do." I mean, meeting George Foreman was awesome. They have. I mean, I've met some shitheads, Roxy, and I have. David Copperfield was probably the worst out of all of them. But I've been so blessed in my life with the jobs I've had and the places I've been, the famous people I've met, and it's been cool. And I've had some pretty embarrassing moments with a couple of female ones too. You got back from Oklahoma this morning? Oh, how's your trip? I met Richard Petty and Kyle Petty at the Coca-Cola 500 when I was 8. My stepdad took me, and I love NASCAR. Oh, that is so cool right there, Marcy. Hey, Kevin. But I worked backstage at 98 WCW Spring. Oh, you got to meet DDP. It's me. It's DDP. Spring Stampede met a lot of those guys. DDP was really cool. Hulk Hogan was, man. Macho Man was awesome. Yeah. Oh my God, it was foggy this morning. Yes, it was, Larry. That's why I didn't go out in the woods. I was like, man, the deer ain't going to be moving. They're bedded down. Yeah, I mean, I've met a lot of them guys back in the 80s. Hogan was pretty cool. I don't know how he was after that. Oh, Arkansas was bad too. I bet, man. Yeah. No, Michelle. David Copperfield was a complete a-hole. I got into it with him out there, and my dad got into him with him in the shop. He was just a complete a-hole. I sat on Garth Brooks' bus and sang and drank orange juice with him. And he was wearing Kansas City Chiefs sweatshirt and sweatpants. they were doing a concert and they had to come in at night one time to get some fuel. So he was in the back sleeping. And, I just asked the drivers, like, hey, I said, if it ain't no issue, don't wake nobody up if you ain't got none. I said, but if you got an autograph from Mr. Brooks, I'd like to have one. He goes, yeah, not a problem. Hang on. So he goes back, and all of a sudden the door opens up, and right there was Garth Brooks. And he reached out to shake my hand. He goes, how you doing, sir? And I said, sir, Mr. Brooks, sir, you don't want to shake my hand. I got diesel fuel and oil on it. He goes, they'll wash. And he shook my hand. He says, come inside, man. It's dead out here. Come inside and talk with me a minute. And I was like, Mr. Brooks, sir, I said, I'll get fired if I do. He goes, who am I? I said, Garth Brooks. He goes, get in here. I'll take care of it. Anybody says anything. So, I sat on his bus and drank orange juice with him and sang a couple songs, and we just jaw jacked. It was a cool experience. But I've heard so many of these celebrities. I got to meet. I got to drive around Trace Atkins when I was in Iraq last time. You met Charlie Daniels. I met David Allen Cole, but you met Charlie Daniels in the '90s. That's cool, man. I never got to meet him. I did get to meet David Allen Cole. I met AC/DC. I got to see the Beavis and Butthead bus that was touring America. Martina McBride kind of seen something she wasn't supposed to see because of a wardrobe malfunction I had that I did not realize was happening the way it was happening. That was a very embarrassing moment. Pamela Lee Tillis, I had a very exciting moment with that one, but I can't say that on YouTube. I got to see something that most people didn't. You got to drink beer with David Allen Cole? Oh, cool. I just have had fun, man. I've been all over this world, and I've met some amazing people. I've met some a-holes, but I've met some amazing people. And in a lot of these, I helped train Bruce Willis for the movie Tears of the Sun. I was his machine gun trainer. So, I got because the machine gunner lays over the top of the gunner and taps him and tells him where to shoot and taps him when to shoot. So I got to do that with Bruce Willis as I was, teaching him how to shoot a 240 golf. And then he wanted to know how good I was. I said, Mr. Willis, there's a reason why I'm training you. And he goes, well, I want to see it. And I looked up my CO, and he goes, we got the ammo. So I laid down there, and he laid over top of me and was telling me what targets to hit. And I hit all my targets with a 3-round burst. Anything knows anything about a machine gun, it's usually a 6 to 8 round burst. I was nailing my targets at a 3-round burst. And he goes, you are good. But he was a down-to-earth, cool person. I met George Strait whenever I was in KC. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, Bruce Willis that was an awesome, awesome time. And like I said, I was one of his trainers for the weapon systems on that movie, Tears of the Sun, which was filmed there. I've literally bumped into Joe Montana on the beach in Waikiki. You met Randy Bethel, the Lamb of God. Oh, no kidding, Jonaside. That's cool. That name sounds so familiar. I'm going to have to look that up again. That name. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Tim Curry is a nice man also. Saw him in concert before he became known as an actor before a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've had some fun, man. I've really had some fun in my life. And some of these people have some interesting stories of cryptids, of paranormal, of supernatural. And if you get them to talk, man, it's just, you'll see them, sometimes light up telling a story because it's an amazing story. And they finally get the relief of being able to tell it without being mocked. And because back then in them days, you didn't talk about that. That can be a career-ending deal. So whenever you got to go on one-on-one and you didn't have several people listening and you got to them to open up the stories and how they lit up telling them stories, man, it was just awesome. You can see the relief that they was finally able to get that off their chest. Oh, Marcy. Yeah, I know that feeling. I'm here by myself, so I'd do my own. And so, I mean, I would love to be able to get to that level where I can get some of the people to come on my shows and tell their stories, man, because some of them have some really awesome stories to share. They really do. And it'd be nice that, nowadays they can share them stories and not be, have a career ending deal just on an interview about something they saw, because it's more open nowadays than it used to be. It's not as taboo. So, but it's fun. I mean, God, hearing the life stories of what these people do, I mean, that's the stuff I love. I love listening to that stuff. I have a pinched nerve in my neck that acts up, got from weight training years ago. Oh, Roxanne, that sucks. Mine's just, I mean, I literally have lived a rough life, farming, wood cutting, fighting, mechanicking, military. I mean, just, I've literally put my body through the ringer. I wouldn't trade it. What, honey? Well, I'm not opening up that window. It's chilly outside. You're just going to have to wait. Well, you do. Um, no, no, Aurora, come here. Hello. Hi. Oh, now you don't want to talk. Um, but more of these people are getting out there. Robin Williams. I got to meet him. She does, Roxanne. Yeah, she's a typical woman. She likes to talk back. What? Come here. Yeah, I know, honey. Yeah, probably, Amy. Meow, meow. Come here. Yeah, come here. You want on my shoulders? Come here. Yeah. Get up there. Lay across my shoulders. Boar, I wasn't talking to you. Oh, ow. Um, and I like that we're now at a society, we're talking about cryptids and paranormal and supernatural. It's not taboo. And you're not a typical man. No, I'm not. It's me. It's me. It's EDT. You know. uh, I got a good brother of mine, and he's the one I was visiting with yesterday, and he was out deer hunting this morning on my property. And one day he was partaking of the broccoli, and we were talking about how crazy I was and way, just complete nut. And I said, "You ever stop and think that I might be the normal one and you guys are the crazy ones?" He's like, "Dude, I am got too much broccoli in me for that mindset." And he's never let me live that down since. She is, Bounty. She is, yes. I met Mick Foley. Oh, that's so cool. Mick Foley at con. We were riding the elevator together and asked which floor he was, one below me. Said just in case we were on the same one, he wouldn't think I was stalking him. That's cool. It's me. It's me. Proof of the typical man. I've got slipped into deteriorating. Oh yeah, from my knock on down my back. Doctor said one disc was bad, deteriorated, and wrong liquid literally. But yeah, you got a neck. Okay, you got one in your neck. Yeah, I got bulging disc in my lower back. I got hurt, making I was fast roping out of a CH-53, and the gust of wind picked it up an extra 10 foot, and I was fast roping. So when I reached the end of the rope, there was no ground. There was just 10 feet of space between the rope and the ground, and I I continued to drop that 10 feet down on the small of my back, full combat load. But yeah, it's fun, man. You know, it's you can't beat that stuff. So that's why I love it. I mean, I love hearing your guys' stories just as much as I live and love hearing, other people's stories too. So, that's what this is for. That's why I say I'd love to get shots. I'd love to get any of them guys on here and just talk. Just talk about our experiences, our methods, the things we've witnessed as life, because that's what this is for. This platform is for that safety of doing that. So, but we'll see. I mean, one of these days I'll be famous enough where I might be able to make that happen. But you just get out and listen to them. I mean, some of these people they're just normal people. They just had a better run at it in life, made some choices I may not have made, but they put them where they are. So they got a better type of living. Some of them are just pure down to earth. I mean, you wouldn't know they are who they are if you didn't know them. So I'm waiting. I am as healthy as a horse, praise the Lord, but I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper and vanilla cappuccino. Yeah, my youngest wasted a crap $50 worth of coffee that I've got to hey Joanne, that I've got to figure out. No worries, how to replace, because she put overflowing coffee in my coffee maker. I'm like, my God, kid, this coffee ain't cheap, and you're just wasting it. Putting more coffee in it ain't going to make it any better. You've literally made a mess that I've got to clean up because you're not going to do it. So I'm down to one bag of Death Wish coffee, and I'm like, I just don't have the money to replace it right now. I'll just have to wait. Yeah, some of the stories that I've heard being famous can be a horror show as well. Yeah, Griff. I think my self confidence has a lot to do with how my life goes. That's possible, Joanne. I mean, that absolutely. I could see that. Depending how bad you're self conscious, I can see that, because I've literally seen that deter people from doing things they love, and you know, it's hey Scott, um, and it's sad. That type of fear controlling your life, not allowing you to do what you want to do. It's a prison. It really is a prison. So, I mean, I feel bad when that happens to people, because sometimes you just can't break yourself out of that prison. But once you do, the things you get to experience is just absolutely amazing. Best attempts at Mrs. Doubtfire. Well, hello. Yeah. So I mean, these people, just because they're famous doesn't mean they don't experience the same stuff we do. And that's something that people forget. People forget that. They're human beings too. Well, some of them are. Some of them are human beings just like we are. But they have experiences too. I mean, look at the stuff, that the creativity of some of these famous people that derived from having an experience that they couldn't tell. And because they couldn't tell it, they had to give birth to it in a way that they can tell it without being brought back to them. So, that's something to think about. So, nobody else has had any experiences this week. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not calling you. I'm tapping my hands. What? Knucklehead? No, stay down there. You don't need up in my lap. You're too big to be in my lap. This ain't my fat guy comfy chair. But so if nobody's had any experiences, what do you want to talk about? You want to continue talking about famous people and stuff like that, or what's something that somebody's interested in? All quiet here at Paranormal. That's good because you was having a lot of weird crap happening, Ray. So I mean, that's good that it didn't travel with you over there. Did you bless your stuff before bringing it to your new house? You know, me and my buddy yesterday was talking about some old, superstitions, especially amongst the Cajuns. You know, and one of their things is you never take your broom from your old house to your new house because a broom is meant to get rid of the negativity and the bad stuff. And if you take it from your old house to your new house, you now bring that into your new house. So that's why when they would sell a house, they'd leave the broom there because that stuff needs to stay there, not leave. Now, I mean, we were talking about different superstition stuff. Yeah, you did, Ray. Yeah, you did, buddy. So, I mean, we were just talking about some of that funny stuff like that, you know. I mean, because, the Cajuns, they're some of the most superstitious people here in the United States, man. Ever notice how once you quit caring about it, it stops? Maybe it's just trying to deprogram still. Could be. I mean, I stopped caring. I still have activity, but not at the level I had before. I brought 2 brooms to the new house. Oh, Joanne. Well, there goes the dog, man. But yeah, that's an old Cajun superstition, man. You don't take the broom of the house with you in the new house. You leave it there. Because the broom is supposed to trap that negativity and that bad stuff within that broom. Doomed. Yeah. Could be. Surprised Carl ain't in the chat. I know there's a part of that I'm forgetting he might be able to remind me of. My girlfriend said Thursday night she was outside on the porch after dark and something tall and high ran across a yard just outside the porch light. Didn't know what it was, but couldn't find a print. Oh, wow. I wonder if it was a shadow person. Maybe I'm just the point I'm not surprised anymore. It could be, Bounty. Hey, Rob. Hey, DA. How's it going, bro? Started a little early so that way we can get over to your show because you got that new time, man. But, some of these superstitions like that, I mean, they're out there for a reason. There's always some kind of truth behind those superstitions. It's like the dream weaver. You always keep that at the entrance to your lodge that faces east, that the morning sun will get rid of the nightmares that's supposed to come to you in the middle of the night. The nightmares and bad energies get trapped into that spider and that dream catcher if it's done right and blessed right. Hey, Don. And when the morning sun hits it, it gets rid of it. It's the same concept as the broom. You don't take the old broom to the new home because it traps all that negativity and that bad energy. It's the same concept, a little different, but it's the same concept. I'm trying to think of another superstition. Trying to think of another one that deals with supernatural and cryptids. Interesting. Yeah, I got dream catchers all through my house. Of course, nightmares, people don't realize nightmares comes from Norse mythology, and they're actually black horses. That's why it's called nightmares. And they come to your sleep at night and give you bad dreams, give you nightmares. That's their sole purpose is nightmares. The Draugr is known to do it as well, but it's predominantly the nightmares who do this. I've always wanted a dream catcher. I got to learn to make one. Yeah, I want to learn how to make it myself, man. I really do. I've been pretty fortunate with mine. But yeah, I mean, everything has a reason, has a purpose, has a way of doing it. And if you don't do it right, then it don't work. Top of the hour. I'm trying to think of a commercial I haven't done in a while. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just do a DA one. I don't think I've done a DA one in a while. Yeah. Yeah, I do, Roxanne. If you like reading cryptid horrors, you can find D.A. Roberts on Amazon at d.a.roberts. Just like me, just like Robbie Jed Rains, follow our fan page. Anytime we release a new book, it'll let you know first. Rate and comment on our books. Help us to get our books out there. And you can also follow D.A. Roberts and Robbie Jed Rains on Nightmare Hunters on YouTube. If you're not following them, go over there, give them a like, subscribe, and a shout out, and share their stuff, and let them both know. I said, howdy doody. You won't be disappointed. I've missed kind of a few of their shows here lately. I've either been too busy or end up passing out, but I'm going to I usually have to catch them later on. But you'll love his books, and you'll love his sorry, got some something down my throat. You'll love his book, and you'll love his podcast. So, go to YouTube, look up Nightmare Hunters, go to Amazon, look d.a.roberts, and give them a follow on both, folks. You're welcome, bro. Okay, now that I showed that up, I got to wait. Oh, there you go. I got an interesting theory on Draugr, but won't share because, I'm saving it for a short story I'm thinking of. Okay, Jonaside. Yeah, Draugrs are an interesting thing. They quite literally are considered a zombie and a vampire. And they're in. That's why I chose them for Reign of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon for my zombie book, is because quite literally, they are one of the most talked about zombies out there, and probably some of the most well-known ones that's actually got literature history to them. Besides the voodoo version. From personal experience, if you haven't read DA's books or Eric's books, shame on you. You're missing out. Thanks, Griff. Oh, Griff, did you get that email today? Today or yesterday? Did you get that email yesterday, buddy? Hey, Unreal. But yeah, that's why I chose them. Because I went with more of the historical accounts of zombies, which Draugr is it. Draugr's in a lot of stuff. And I mean, they're literally one of the most famous types of zombies out there. Okay, good, man. Good. So that's why I chose that for my zombie style book. I mean, I've been wanting to write a zombie one for a long time, but everybody's already hit that so hard. I was like, what can I do different? And that's why it took me so long to start it, because I wanted something that was a little different than everybody else's. And that's why in Reign of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon, I literally call them the Risen, because that's what a zombie is, and that's what a Draugr is. They're literally the risen dead. So that's why in the book they're called the Risen. Oh, thank you, Amy. You're awesome. DA got a new subscriber. Yes, the only hint I will give is I think there are beings that cultures they come from. Yeah, there is some very, very old sagas about Draugr and fighting Draugrs. That's why I chose them, and that's why it took me so long to write that, is because I wanted something very historically accurate. I mean, there is some writers fantasy to it, because they all can't be true Draugrs, and I have to have a little bit of that zombie feng shui to it. That's why you got the lesser Draugr, and then you got the true Draugr, which they're called the Risen. I'm glad you like it, Hillbilly. Yeah, honey. Yeah. But that's why I'm writing it that way, and I'm almost done. I'm at just shy of I'm at 39,000 some odd words. I'm on chapter 15, page 6 of it. So I'm getting close to having that book done. And now that I had some time to write this weekend, I was trying to get some writing done. So my INR readers, hopefully if I can get that done this weekend, I'll be having that chapter emailed out to you soon. And I'm hoping that this emailing this stuff really comes easier for you than trying to do it on Patreon. Zombies with swords and axes. Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, absolutely, Jonaside. I mean, that's exactly what they are. And the fact that, when they can grow their height and strength, they can go through literal rock walls. Hey, Corey. And they can enter your dreams. I mean, they can do so much stuff. They literally, people don't realize how dangerous Draugr actually are. And that's why I chose them for this book. I was like, this is it. This is what I've been looking for this style book. I've already got the ending planned out in my head. I've kind of hinted about it in this chapter that I'm writing now. I'm not going to say that's going to be the ending, but I've kind of hinted at it. Daddies, yep, yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to get that done and get that out for final. Get it done for final edit and then production. But I'm definitely kicking around, leaving it open for another book. I haven't quite decided it yet, but I have been kicking around to leave it open that way. We'll see what happens. My beta readers, Jonaside, are my INR readers on my Patreon. And what I do when I finish a short story or I finish a chapter, I've just started and you give credit to Roxanne, she's the one that gave me this idea, is I'm actually emailing it to the INR readers and hoping this is like a better way for them to do it. But that's exactly what they do. They literally are reading this, let me know how the storyline's going, how the spelling is. Going right here you go. Roxanne, you troublemaker. No, I'm not going to ride about a cryptid beaver. Saw 30 deer in the field on the way home from Paris tonight. Oh, wow, Don. Yeah, the woods were dead today. I mean, it was just so gloomy and so nasty out. The deer were bedded down. Yeah, you did. You did. Hey, Don, how's it going? Yeah, Corey, I was listening to that last night. But yeah, that's why I chose that. Yeah, you know I'm talking about you. And it's been fun. I mean, it's been a fun book to write. And depending how it goes, it'll be depending on if I get another one. I need to start working on some of these other prequels, and I haven't done it yet, but I need to. But I've got so many book ideas that I'm trying to get done that I've got a lot of writing to do. I'm definitely not short on writing. Anytime I get a book idea, I do at least the prequel, the prequel and the first chapter. That way I don't lose track of the storyline. Us guys have enough problems without that, Roxanne. Cryptid Beaver Big Tail. I think Sasquatch song like that would be awesome. It could be, Corey. Yeah. I mean, I've got my own version of a Bigfoot song. It's on my playlist on my YouTube. But yeah, I mean, people don't write about that stuff. So when I wrote that Bigfoot song, I mean, it's not some of my best work, but I still like it. It's still, I think it turned out pretty good. I've got it on my playlist because the people just don't write songs about it. Griff maybe 20-foot tall beaver, a 10-foot tail. Yeah, great. Roxanne started today, Corey. It wasn't you. It was Roxanne today. But so yeah, I mean, that's why I like doing this stuff. I mean, it's fun, and with this one scene, my INR readers know about when they, the first time they faced an actual true Draugr, and everything that happened to them when they faced it that led up to what happened. That's why I wrote about it. I mean, these things are just Draugrs. They are easy to get rid of, but they're at the same time they're extremely hard, very very hard, because in order to get to that easiness to get rid of them, you got to deal with the crap that they can do. So I mean, they're hard but easy at the same time. Beavers are naturally right for things. Song about a broken-hearted Bigfoot. That's all about. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to write any songs lately. I've had a couple ideas. I've just been busy. Bigfoot sings a heavy metal band. Yeah. But I mean, that's why I choose some of the creatures that I chose. I mean, look at Beast of the Ozarks' first kill. I took a whole new twist to a Gugwe and wrote it that way. I mean, it's got supernatural, it's got paranormal, it's got cryptid, all in one thing. And and I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't read the book, but I mean, what that team had to go through to fight this thing, what happened to the people while they're trying to figure out what this is and fight that thing. A lot of that stuff you're going to hear in encounters. But I wrote in the mindset of that creature, and that was difficult to be able to write like you're the creature and this is what you're thinking. That was difficult. Just be careful of the tails; they will put a smack down on you. Yeah, they will. Unreal. Hey, Tanya. But that was hard. Writing like that was really really hard. Oh, okay. I thought I missed her too. Thanks, Amy. I am not going there, Roxanne. You're all good, Amy. No worries. Yeah, Griff. It was, but I thought it'd be fun. That was something different. You know, you don't see that, and I thought it'd be fun. Oh, no worries, Corey. Yeah, all good. Um, but I'm wanting to try to incorporate that a little bit more because that seems to be a big hit. Right now, Beast of the Ozarks is my number one seller. That seems to be the most liked book so far. I haven't checked the stats lately. Like I said, I've been busy, so I haven't had a chance to check the stats because I've been working on future investigations that's coming up, trying to get a hold of the right people on that. Work has been busy. Personal life has been very busy. This is the holiday season, so it's like time is short. First time I read it, I was like, "What the hey, cool, cool, thanks, Griff." Yeah, I was hoping to get that effect. So I'm glad I'm glad you all my INR readers really liked that idea. As I was literally like, this is either going to make or break this book. So it was fun. I mean, it was difficult, but it was fun. And I literally had to come up with I had to literally get out of the mindset of a human as much as possible to try to think of what would this thing call these things, and what would it be in his mind, what would he be thinking when he's doing the stuff he's doing. It was hard. This Bigfoot running through the woods chasing her husband, found him and laid a huge wet one on. But it was fun. It really is. It really was. And I like sci-fi stuff too, so I started that sci-fi stuff. Short romance stories. It's fun. I need to get another one made into a video and get put out. I've been trying to get food in the freezer and everything else, man. I just ain't had time. And getting that 8-point buck last Saturday was nice, but I got some Mr. Eric Bigfoot. I still need some more and meat in the freezer. So, I was going to go out this morning, but with the fog, the cold, I was like, man, these deer ain't going to be running. And I realized again just how much older I've gotten. When me and my nephew was trying to drag that one out of the woods last weekend, my God, that whooped this fluffy guy's butt. I was like, I am getting too old to drag deer out of the woods. This shit sucks. I took my belt off, wrapped it around the antlers, put it up on my shoulder, bent down and pulled it as tight as I could and lifted up to help drag it out. Hey, Robin. I was like, I've got to come up with a better way of pulling these out. No worries, Marcy. Yeah, I'm going to cook dinner after this. As long as I don't fall asleep again. And I apologize. As long as I don't fall asleep again, I'll be in DA's show, at least listening. Eric, have you written anything from the perspective of the cryptid? That I was just talking about that, Corey, and that is in Beast of the Ozarks. Yeah. That was my start on trying to figure out how to write in that style. That style literally is in Beast of the Ozarks. And it wasn't originally going to be a prequel to the saga of Grimsons, but I couldn't help but go that route with it. And so it started out not as a prequel to the saga of Grimsons, and it then became a prequel to the saga of Grimsons. As a kid, my dad made me pull the deer out. Yeah, my nephew tried. God bless his little heart. I love that boy to death. I really do. And he gave it the old college try, and we kind of tag teamed it together. And then he went and took the rifles to his dad's truck, and I just threw that belt over the horns and kept dragging it up. Then I taught him to do it. And I mean, he was having fun. He got to help his uncle drag his deer out of the woods. He got to help his uncle, get it up in a tree and begin working it. I mean, he was just having fun. I mean, I love spending moments like that with my nephews and nieces. Roxanne says, that's my favorite. Heck yeah, man. And Corey says, that's very creative. Yeah, check it out. You get a chance, Corey, get the book and read it and let me know what you think. But a lot of people like what I did on that side of it. And that was me dipping my toes into that style of water. I think more reports of beaver cryptids coincide with seeing cougar women at the same time or right before and after. Yeah, I'm starting to see the same pattern, Unreal. But so yeah, that book there literally was me dipping my toes into that style of writing, and I'm probably going to incorporate that some more in my books in the future. If that seems to be the hit that it seems to be, then that will definitely. Oh, speaking of which, I have two different kinds of Beast of the Ozarks out there, because that was the first book that I've done colored artwork for the book. And it was costing so much, I made a cheaper version. And on that cheaper one, it's going to be gray colored letters instead of the red. So if it's the red, I need to put special edition on there. I didn't think about it at the time. Red's going to be the special edition, the more expensive one. That's the one with the actual color to the artwork. The gray colored letters is going to be the ones without the artwork. I was trying to get it on 2 different levels for you guys in case people couldn't afford the more expensive one. So you literally have 2 different styles of that book. Chicken chili is on a cooking. Heck yeah. I read a book based on Star Wars from Darth Vader's perspective that I thought was very I love. I've got the Jedi handbook. Do you writers find it difficult to write, or just comes naturally? It really depends on the storyline, Bounty. For me, I can only speak for me. You have to ask DA his and Robbie his, but for me, it really depends on how the storyline is. If it flows real good or there's difficulties. Like writing my Western, Cody Barrett, I have some difficulties in it because I try to write things as historically accurate as possible, no matter if it's a cryptid horror or not. So I spend a lot of time doing research, and that brings some difficulties when you're doing it. Yeah. The beaver cryptid better run fast the cougar woman. We picked up a catfish on the way home. Heck yeah, Don. That's going to be some good eating right there. But, I mean, for me, that's how it is. So Reign of the Draugr, that's a cryptid horror. That's technically a supernatural cryptid horror. No, let's face the facts. That's literally a supernatural horror. And so doing the research of how these things act, how they become, and what they do, I put that in my stuff. Everything in my books, no matter if it's sci-fi, historical fiction, cryptid horror, everything in there, you literally can go. Like Beast of the Ozarks, every place I talk about in that book, you literally can go there. The restaurants, the food that I eat, everything is on their menu, and that's an actual place that I've been and ate. What's really interesting is the proofreading and the author switches to first-person narrative and subject they are writing about shows that they may need to get out of the house for an hour or two. Oh, yeah. Eric, have you ever heard of someone experiencing the death of an animal they're eating through the animal's eyes? No, I have not. I've heard them doing that and gaining their powers, but not that. That's not bad. That's interesting. That really is. That's an interesting concept, Marcy. First year I went deer hunting, I shot 4 does the first day out. I dragged out just shy of 800 pounds and at 745 pounds after field dressing. Yeah. A Bucky's commercial. I'd be careful. They're going to be trying suing me, Roxanne. They're suing everybody else. My friend was eating chicken when she had a vision of how the chicken died. She won't eat chicken anymore at all. She also stopped eating pork. That's weird, Marcy. That's wow. Yeah, I've not heard of that. I don't know what I'd do in that situation. Do you guys just write books for people that see, or do you offer them in Braille too? I don't know how to do Braille, Amy. If I could find a way to do Braille, I'll do Braille. I don't know how to make it Braille. I don't think that's even an option. I could be wrong. I do have my books on audio too, though. So, I mean, if you're blind and I can't do Braille, you can get the audio version of my books. Oh, did I miss something? Take it easy, Unreal. She's a black lady and she has Cherokee in her now. That's what she told me. That's cool. She's like you and my daughter. Interesting. I can't stand Buc-ee's. Yeah, that's Marcy. That's really interesting. It really is. I need to look into that. She sees into the spiritual world. Okay, that kind of makes sense there. Since you care, Eric, since you care about facts, I'm just going to send you the book that I was given about family, about some history in the area. I don't know what else to do with it. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I will treasure. That'll go with my library with my other books, which I'm going to have to make some more space on my. Yeah, yeah. I see him a happy birthday this morning, Roxanne. Thank you for that, Bounty. I appreciate that. Oh, Corey leaving? Oh, okay, okay. I got mixed up. Okay, sounds good. Take it easy, Corey. Hey, take it easy, Amy. Good seeing you in here. But yeah, it's I love that stuff. Like I spent 2 weeks of mainly just doing research on Cody Barrett, Start of a Legend, the Western that I'm working on. Because it was so hard to find a history in the area that I'm writing about because a lot of it was lost in fires during the Civil War. So man, that was hard. That took a lot of research time because I'm trying to write everything. I mean, my sci-fi stuff, the places I talk about my sci-fi place, I give you the actual what NASA calls it, the code, everything. You can look up the stats that I talk about in that book. Everything it talks about that planet, you can find. And literally, I was looking at the planet, the description of it, and everything when I was writing that book. Like if you guys have seen it, when every now and then, whenever I get some extra time, oh okay, um, and you'll see me when I'm writing, like with Dawn of the Reign of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon. I've literally got a map of St. Joe, Missouri up and every place, every street, everything I'm talking to. So you can literally read this book, go to these locations, and follow step by step everywhere what's happening in that book. I did that with Beastly. I do that with a lot of my books. Anytime I'm writing historical stuff, though, it's harder because some things were called something different back then than they are now. But you can literally follow the footsteps everywhere in my book that I'm talking about, and that's how I like to write. That's just my way of writing. I think it adds some more life and intriguement to it. I could be wrong. That's my feelings on it. So, man, I need to get some. Oh, I'm glad you put that up, Roxanne. I've got to get my button gear and get some more stuff posted on my webpage too. I need to figure out what else I can do on that webpage to help people besides when I just start making my own merch. Hey, no worries, brother. I feel you, man. Yeah, they were asking about you and how you was doing in the chat. So I'm glad you came in and said something so that way they know. But hey, George, we're talking about a few different things. Not very many people's had any encounters that they're talking about. So we're kind of just talking about a few different things when people's got questions. Right now we're talking on my books and style of writing and stuff like that. But I mean, we've talked about famous people that we've met, encounters that they've had, and the memories we've shared. Meeting them, and we're talking about the books and the writing style and stuff like that right now. So, being there ain't really anybody with any encounters that they're talking about, we're just kind of talking about a little bit of this and that. I'm sorry for being behind, but I missed what you had said about what happened a few days ago. Is it okay to talk? Yeah, that's fine. So I think it was last Tuesday. Uh, um, I was trying to catch the northern lights, so I was sitting outside, and to the south of me, I heard a pack of coyotes on the hunt. And I just kind of chuckled. I'm used to hearing that. I mean, I hear them all the time. Shortly after that, um, literally, I heard. I don't know how to. I really don't know how to describe these screams, folks. I mean, it was weird. Um, it wasn't a cougar, it wasn't a fox, it wasn't a coyote, there wasn't anything else that makes these screams out in these woods. It was something different, and there was two of them that was attacking these coyotes, and you're hearing these coyotes get their butts handed to them. I mean, it wasn't no hunting yelps and screams, and it's you can hear the pain in these coyotes as they're getting their butts jacked by something. And there was these two screams that was happening right there. Man, the best way I could describe it, Unreal, is like a guttural woman screaming in horror type screams. And then shortly after, during while this is going on, to the north of me, way further north, I mean, I could still hear them clear as day, but you can tell they were further out, was two or three more of the same types of screams. And they literally were whooping these coyotes' butts. And then all of a sudden, I heard something in my woods, and you can hear it walking on the grass. And you hear when it's followed was thump, thump, thump. I mean, it was just like that. It was slow, it was heavy, and you can hear it literally crushing the leaves beneath its weight. And all of a sudden, I got this very, very bad feeling come over me, followed by a you need to go inside and not come back out feeling. My first thought was I need to get my thermal, and I want to try to capture this on thermal. Then I remembered my thermal's in my car. Just on the other side of my car in that tree line is where this thing is at. So I was like, getting my thermals out of the way. So I thought about coming in and grabbing my MVGs. And that's about the time I got that feeling in my head goes, you need to go inside and not come back out. It was like something that was trying to protect me and warn me, do not come outside. Something bad is here. So I did. I came inside and I didn't come back out. I took that hint. I stuck with that hint, and I didn't come back out. I was wanting to try to capture whatever it is making these stomping sounds in my woods and whatever's jacking these coyotes up. But once I got that feeling, man, no, I did. I came inside and I didn't come back out. I don't know what it was. I'm 46 years old, and I've never, ever have heard that type of screaming before in my life. And the fact that there was around 4 to 5 of these things in 2 different locations, and they were jacking coyotes up, told me it was something bad. One of my leading guesses that I think it could be is possible dogman stuff. My area is known for dogman. But yeah, I cannot tell you what I have no clue what it is. Okay, that explains the tummy and the neck area. Eric is in Marcy, who has the right hip. I heard, yeah, don't have the answer. Someone needs to use some Vicks and open. Oh man, I have one question though. We have a gray man of the Highlands of Scotland. I remember a little bit about that, George. Yeah, but would you think it would be a mountain giant? I'm just wondering. In some reports, it would seem that way, George. In other reports, it sounds almost something extraterrestrial. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've heard them reports and the description of them. But that is, sorry guys, that is a possibility, George. I know how the supernatural is in Scotland, and I'm guessing it's the same way since I was there last time, and that is still in everybody's day-to-day life, especially the Fae. I need to look that up again, George. It's been too long, bud. Your area has a good amount of mounds. Yes, we do, Unreal. But I'd say that is definitely due to some of the descriptions, George. I'd say, yeah, it sounds like it could be. But I've also heard some of the same type that they were smaller and sounded more extraterrestrial. So are you getting two different entities that's being called the same thing, which is misidentification? Um, that is also possible, bud. I mean, that really is possible. Most of them seem to be very large. If I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, George, because I'm trying to go off of memory. Um, they're roughly 10, 15 foot tall, if memory serves me correctly. Um, God, I haven't heard about that thing in a long time. Kind of tell me some more of them details, George, so I can get my memory kick started here. But I'm wanting to say if I'm thinking about the same thing, it's roughly about 10, 15 foot tall. I can also try to look it up, as long as it doesn't jack on my chat so much. I just thought about that. Come on, cat. You're messing with my stuff. Blackie. What are you doing, Blackie? I think those mounds where you live are part of the same type. It could be Unreal, absolutely. Um, yeah, I mean, these mounds are all over the U.S. They really are. Okay, it says here the gray men of the highlands, also known as a fear Leith Moor, is a legendary creature in Scottish folklore said to hunt the summit of Ben Macdui. Descriptions often depicted as tall, thin figure that instills fear of dread in hikers, with most encounters involving eerie sounds rather than actual sightings. The big gray man, known as in Scottish Gaelic as Ain Fear Le Moor, is a legendary creature, Scottish folklore. That okay. The characteristics. Okay, 10 foot tall. Okay, that's what I was thinking. 10 foot tall. Very thin with long limbs, dark hair and skin, often described as looming figure, rarely seen directly. Um, most reported encounters involved auditory experiences rather than visual sightings. Hikers, uh, crunching gravel sounds of footsteps following them, feeling of unease, a strong sensation of being you're right in my way there, baby girl, of being watched and pursued. Notable accounts: J. Norman Colley in 1925, the first recorded account described eerie footprints behind him while hiking in 1891. Alexander Tweenan in 1943 reported a terrifying experience with a strange shape and loud footprints while climbing alone. Pete Dennison in 1945 experienced strange noises and a feeling of pressure while um, on a rescue mission. Um, you're blocking my TV. Eric, I think those yeah. Oh wait, never mind. Yep. Just take care of yourself. Okay. No, I apologize. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. It just feels a bunch of stuff was also. Yeah, I mean, I've been feeling really drained here lately. Eric, leave that with me. I'll have a look into that in Kumbura, which with have on superstitious. Yeah. Now I vaguely remember that, so that's why I looked that up because I wanted to take a look. And man, that is that. Gosh, that sounds almost ghoulish. Possible the gins, the ghoulish or the big W type stuff. But it sounds something a little different too, man. It's a giant of some type, buddy. I just don't know enough about it to give a real educated guess on it. That's what I was thinking. It was 10, somewhere around 10 or 15, which it said 10 foot tall. But the long limbs and stuff like that, man, that almost sounds like a freaking ghoul. Yeah. Kind of unreal. Yeah. I'm not a big pale crawler guy, but yes, it's something along that lines. Problem is nobody's been attacked. That's why I'm not really on that side. Well, we don't know if anybody's been attacked. I've refused the evil that I am fighting to screw up on Thanksgiving, and that seems to be working. Yeah, you got to stay strong. You got to stay strong. Ish, unreal, ish. I'm not going to say it is, but I mean that it's not enough of a description for me to really go that far. I mean, it does sound like a ghoul, and which is to me is along the same category as that. I thought I just seen something move right here, and it could be something different. The fact you can hear the footsteps but not see it, and hear the sounds is the most common report. I would really lean towards the supernatural side of it. What are you doing, you pain in the butt? You and Mozart have been bugging me all day. That's not a good place. You learn that's not a good place to sit because I move around too much and I've accidentally knocked you off twice today. Gonna go. Something needs my attention. No worries, Griff. Be safe, buddy. So yeah, that's a good question, George. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I remember hearing about that somewhere. I don't remember where, but I do remember hearing about that. Some, it might have been while I was there, when I was over in Glasgow. So I appreciate that question, bud. Um, yeah, I need to look into that. Actually forgot about that. I need to make my way back to Scotland sometime. I really want to see more of that place. That was I had a lot of fun the short time I was there. That in Ireland too. Anybody got any more questions? Anybody got an encounter they want to talk about? Yeah, there's a way to make that homemade Vicks. I used to know it, but I forgot it. That don't you got to like boil it down into a paste and you add something. I mean, I don't remember. It's been a long time. Add mint to it or something. I can't remember. No worries. No worries, Amy. Since I'm from the South and in a light polluted city, some explained things are seemingly less likely to encounter. Yeah. You'll be surprised on that, actually. Don't seem to be here much. You would actually be surprised how much that stuff is actually there. I've heard reports, gotten reports multiple times of these things being in the city. On anyone else seen any goopy looking drippy globs rolling down around? No, I haven't. Oh, thank you, William. Yeah, on William's show tomorrow morning is the open mic. There's the do it yourselves for Vicks bombs on YouTube. That's what I was thinking, Roxanne. But yeah, I really have gotten tons and tons of reports and heard tons and tons of reports of that stuff in a city. So I mean, you literally, people don't realize what happens out their back door a lot of times. Hey, Jason. Visible thing on 2 legs, keeping pace in the nature reserve. Like oh wow. Yeah, I'm actually started a book very similar to that concept. Hey, no worries, William. Take it easy, bro. Thank you for coming in. So, yeah, especially since the plague of the 20th century came about, it seems reports of that stuff happening has significantly grown. Of those reports, is that because people weren't outside as much, they're moving in, or is it people just bored and actually putting out their reports, or is it both? Each of them, is a good possibility. I um, always think nothing happens in the city, though I can feel it does. It really does, Marcy. It really does. Eric, my brother did see a light sphere UFO back in 1979 or close on a property outside of the city. Yeah, I was at MCRD San Diego watching UFOs over the airport and the base back in 1999. Yeah, that stuff happens a lot. So, yeah, I've seen what could be cryptids while spending times in the city. So, that stuff, it happens a lot. I'm fair to middling myself, Jason. So, oh, I bet, Amy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guarantee. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, unreal. I've seen that stuff all over the world. It's not just here in the United States. Jason, hell yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I can see why that terrified you there, Amy. I get it. No, I didn't go hunting today. I was going to, but the way the woods and the atmosphere was this morning, I knew they'd be bedded down. But and the turkey population is so low in this area right now, I really don't want to harvest any yet. I want to see if it picks back up, which it goes through phases where you get quite a few of them, and then you don't get very many. The last couple of years, the way the springs have been, especially during hatching season, I think is what really plummeted the numbers of turkey around here. Um, it was a mistake I will not make again, I bet. Yeah. Uh, I think that's why our turkey populations dropped. We've been getting a lot of late spring storms, which is around the hatching season, and that is devastating to the hatchlings. That's not a toy, Blackie. No, that's not a toy. There's a lot in Michigan and loads of deer too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it used to be I can walk out my door and just sit there in springtime and go, and I'll hear them gobbling and I know where they're at. Or I'll sit at nighttime and I'll hear them gobble and I know where they're at. I mean, yeah, I got 10 the other week. I got 10 of them on my game cam, but not near the numbers that I was having. Eric, with me seeing dog man back when I was 5 in the city at my family's house, I have no thought that anything has to be impossible. Oh, yeah, man. Definitely. There's a few turkeys roaming around my area in Lacey, Washington. Oh, yeah. I don't know if everybody else has been noticed the turkey population drop down in their area, but around here it has. Who cooks for you? Owl, turkeys, pheasants, grouse. Yeah. We used to have a lot of pheasants and grouse here. We don't have very many of them anymore either. My uncle used to say when we'd hear, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh," and be like, "It's me." He'd say his name. And I was like, "What are you doing?" First time I heard it, he goes, "We asked who. So I told him who I was. He was asking me, who?" I just started busting up laughing. Then it got to the point where I was doing that from time to time. That could be Bounty. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of eagles and hawks here too, and falcons. Up there, the barred owl calls sound like "Who cooks for you?" Woo, woo, woo. Who cooks for you? Ah. I can't do a barred owl. I can just do the hoot owl because that's the most common. I'll sit out on my porch at night and I'll listen to them and then I'll start doing whoo, 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 and I'll get them talking. All of a sudden they'll fly in close and we're just all hooting back and forth at each other. Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. That's right. We'll have Thanksgiving for we're back on the show together. So yeah, happy early Thanksgiving. Thank you for that, Jason. Don't knock my cup over, sweetheart. Well, you are being a pain in the butt. You know that?